What if I told you that most Japanese high school students study English for 6 years but still can't hold a basic conversation? I got rare access to visit 3 different Japanese high schools to show you what English class really looks like, and honestly, the reality is nothing like what you'd expect. I'm taking you inside traditional public schools, progressive private academies, and everything in between. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why Japan's English education system works the way it does, and why changing it is so complicated. Let's start with what shocked me most: the silence. In the first school I visited, a public high school in Saitama Prefecture, I walked into a classroom of 40 students. The teacher asked a question in English. Complete silence. No hands raised. Students avoided eye contact. This wasn't rudeness. This is deeply rooted in Japanese educational culture. Point number 1. Grammar translation dominates everything. Instead of "Good morning, how are you?" students are analyzing sentence structures. The present perfect tense indicates an action that began in the past. Everything is taught through Japanese. The irony? Students can explain English grammar rules perfectly in Japanese, but freeze when asked to actually speak. Point number 2. Textbook memorization is the core method. I watched students spend 30 minutes copying vocabulary words into notebooks, each word written 3 times. Pronunciation? Barely mentioned. One teacher told me, "The university entrance exam doesn't test speaking, so we focus on what matters for their future." It's not poor teaching, it's systemic design. Point number 4. Native English teachers exist but have limited impact. The ALT, assistant language teacher, stands at the side of the classroom while the Japanese teacher leads. At the private school I visited, the ALT told me, "I'm basically a human tape recorder. They want me to read passages but not actually teach." This creates frustration on both sides. Point number 5. Student participation looks completely different. In Western classrooms, we value raising hands, debating, speaking out. In Japan, disrupting group harmony is uncomfortable. One student explained, "If I answer wrong, I embarrass myself and waste everyone's time." The cultural weight of this cannot be overstated. Point number 6. Katakana English creates pronunciation barriers. Students learn English through Japanese phonetic script. McDonald's becomes Makudona Rudo. Strike becomes Sutoraiku. By the time students try speaking real English, their brains have been wired with Japanese sounds. Unlearning this? Incredibly difficult. Point number 7. Class sizes make conversation practice impossible. 40 students in one classroom. If each student spoke for just 1 minute, that's 40 minutes, leaving 0 time for actual teaching. The math simply doesn't work for conversation-based learning. Point number 8. Technology integration is happening slowly. The third school I visited, a progressive private academy in Tokyo, used AI conversation apps. Students practiced with virtual partners, but this is the exception, not the rule. Most schools still rely on chalk and textbooks. Point number 9. Teacher training focuses on grammar, not fluency. Many Japanese English teachers have never lived abroad. They're teaching the way they were taught. It's a self-perpetuating cycle. Changing this requires retraining thousands of teachers, a massive undertaking. Point number 10. Students actually want to speak English. Here's what surprised me most. In every school, when I asked students privately, they said, "I want to speak English fluently." The desire is there. The system just isn't designed to fulfill it. One student told me, "We study English to pass tests, not to communicate." That sentence explains everything. So why doesn't Japan just change the system? Because education reform moves slowly. Universities would need to change entrance exams. Schools would need new curricula. Teachers would need retraining. It's not impossible. It's just complicated. If you found this valuable, subscribe for more real insights into Japanese culture. And drop a comment. Have you experienced Japanese classroom culture? I read every single one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.